Hello everyone, I'm Fireball Star Joker and welcome to another Let's Play of Star Trek Online. This is my first Let's Play and I'm going to sound like a total noob when I'm recording this, but hopefully as I go along with the recordings and such, I should sound a lot more better. So you have to bear with me on that one, as this is my first time recording. But yeah, well basically I've been playing this game since 2013 and it's 2009. Well, I know that's no shit Sherlock, but yeah, so I've been playing this game for about roughly near enough 6 years now. So, and as you can tell, I do have a lot of characters on this game, and basically it's one of those games that I've been semi-addicted to, because obviously I've been playing other games obviously, but it's one of those games that I have enjoyed playing over the past years and really gotten into. But as you can tell, I really do have no life. But anyway, what I'm about to do is I'm going to click on one of my characters and get them a test run in one of the PvE matches. So I'm forgetting my words here. Believe it or not, this character is fairly new. I only had her for about a month, and as you can tell, the leveling system is quite easy to level up on this game, especially if you're starting from one, or basically starting from nothing, and you want to get through the game, level up real quickly. You can easily reach a level 65 within, I'd say, about a week or so, or even a couple of days. It all depends really how you play it, but my suggestion on how you play the game is I recommend playing it to your own pace and go at your own pace, and take the time to enjoy the game more. Don't go, oh, gotta level up, gotta be powerful than the others. Don't go, gotta go, you know, for the highest DPS and all that lot. And what DPS basically means, it means damage per second basically. So my best advice on this game is just take it as it comes and enjoy it as it comes basically. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on with one of the one of the PvE events, not events, oh, they don't call it PvE anymore. Oh yes, it's still classed as PvE, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I'll get on one of the PvEs, which is basically the crystalline catastrophe. I'm not sure if you can see that with the small writing there, but I'm basically going to join that, and hopefully that should go smooth. Now, the ship is fairly new, basically. Well, the ship isn't new itself, but the character itself is new, and the ship is basically fresh-ish. So basically, it's not all that upgraded, as you can see. I mean, oh, it's got one epic weapon on there, and it's got a Type 13 anti-proton matter weapon on there, but the rest are like 12s and such like that. So it is kind of like at a noobish level, but as time goes along, I will get it leveled up, but I'm not in no rush to get it leveled up. I'm just really basically mostly testing the strength of this ship, really, to see what it can, well, basically just to see what it can do, and basically just give it a trial run, basically. And again, you have to excuse me the way I talk, because I do sound a little bit off, because this is my first recording, and I'm not used to actually talking to a live audience. So if I do sound a bit off or a bit weird, then you have to forgive me on that one. But like I said, as I continue on recording with further videos, I should get used to this kind of thing. But anyway, hopefully this mission should start quicker. And then what I'll do is, after when I've done this mission, I will click on, PvE mission, sorry. Once I've done the PvE mission, then I'll click onto the next PvE, which will be, well, really be putting the ship to the test, really. I don't know why that pops up twice, but Lots of flashes. Go bloody blind at this fucking game. Oh shit. No, 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 don't wanna blow, don't wanna blow. Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. I'm going to escape the blast, so I might end up getting killed by this. Maybe not. Okay, that was lucky. Now, if I had got hit by that blast, that would have actually taken me out with one hit. Because what they've basically done with this event, basically, well, not event, yeah, it's an event, sorry. What they've done with this event is that they basically up the crystalline entity's main shockwave weapon, basically, or you know the basically the what you just saw emitting from it, that blast radius as weapon, well, ability of it. They basically upgraded that to where it can actually basically one-shot your ship at any level, basically, and it just kills you. Usually some ships are able to take it, but you have to really either tank your ships or basically have certain things added to your ship. Okay, let's try another PvE. Let's go for this one. This one's always usually a good tester. I know you see me play this level a lot of times with the other characters and such like that, but the reason why I play this level most of the times is because it's a good testing ground. Well, usually for me it's a good testing ground to test out whether a certain ship works well, or what does work and what doesn't work, really. Because then that way you can get a rough idea, well, basically your strengths and weaknesses of a ship, really. I know some people will have different ways of testing out their ships to making sure whether their ships are working to how they want to work it and that. I mean, some people go to the DPS route, some people go for a tank route, some people go for an all-rounder. It all depends, really. Me, I'm not really fussed what I go by, really. I'm just as long as I can get my ship up to the standards that I want it, then it's fine. I'm not really fussed if it's DPS powerful or whether it's a tank or anything like that. As long as it can take a, you know, as long as it can take a hit at least a few times, then I'm happy with that. And of course, as long as it can do some damage at least. But I'm not aiming for to be like one of those big, massive DPS users where they use a ton of DPS, like to just do one shot, one kill. I mean, obviously it's awesome to have that, but in my case, I'd rather not go. Well, I don't mind. I mean, if I could go that route, then fair enough. But I prefer to actually just stick to how I usually play it. Usually, I mean, some people just mostly go by the DPS route because it gives them plenty of basically plenty of weapon power and such like that. Plenty of firepower. There you go. It allows them to do more damage and it allows them to basically get the one shot, one kill, basically sort of thing. Now these things do sometimes take a while to load up because it takes a while to get other players in and such like that, so it's a matter of playing the waiting game whenever you select one of these or something like that. I mean, sometimes I usually, if I'm after marks or something like that, usually I tend to select multiple PvE missions. Like sometimes I go on the Dyson ones, hoping to get, you know, lucky to play on one of these ones, like Storming the Spire, for example. I mean, that's a good area to get some good dice and marks and such like that. Or sometimes if you just want to go for the dice and marks and not for the actual components that you get with it, like the fourth component that you use to when you want to use certain four components for the reputation thing for your weapons and such. If you want to go for something like that, then it's best to go for Breach and Storm and Aspire. But if you want to just get marks, then sometimes usually getting I mean, if you let me get my words out. English is fun. Anyway, if you want to get just marks alone, then go for Borg Disconnected, because usually that's usually the quickest way. Usually at times, Breach, it can be. I mean, it is rewarding because it does give you more marks, but Breach is kind of tedious and quite long. But I do quite enjoy that when it's available. But like I said, it can take quite long on doing it. But what I will do when the Breach event comes up again, which I'm hoping soon, I will actually do a playthrough of that and actually do a flyby of that, just to give you guys a taste of what that's like. I mean, I know there's a lot of players that already played this already and have seen what the Breach looks like, but those new to the game or who hadn't seen this game will probably be wondering what the Breach is like. So I will show it when it comes out. Well, when it comes to it, sorry. Right, let's get this fight on the road. And as you can tell, we've got some players with some high DPSs on them, hence why the balls, cube and spears have been taken down so quickly, because it's not due to me doing that, because my firepower on the ship is quite weak. It's mostly from the other players that have like either high DPS ratings on them or something like that. But you can always tell with a good team on this game, because sorry, I'm just concentrating there. You can always tell whether you're with a good team or not on there, because you can either tell like some of them know what they're doing, or some of them know how to coordinate, or some of them basically it's just, you know, people just know what they're doing basically, and they're not just being complete silly about it, or just going for random targets at will. I mean, you do have players that are new to the game that technically don't know what they're doing, and you know that's understandable, because when you're new at this, I mean, even I was new at one point, and sometimes when I started off new, sometimes I would actually make the odd mistake of, you know, go for random targets at will and such like that, and not going for the actual targets in order and such like that. But when you've done this quite a few times, you get to know what order to do certain targets and such like that. And if you already know that, and you just start, you know, shooting random targets and such like that, then that's when you know that you're playing quite bad. But when I say about playing bad and playing good, I don't mean that in a way where you take the game serious, because I don't believe in taking any game or anything serious for that matter, like game wise, or basically online wise. I don't believe in taking any of that stuff sort of serious, because I believe gaming and talking to people online is basically about just enjoying yourself, you know, about having fun really. I don't believe in, you know, just hardcoring it all and such like that. And I did a noobish thing and used that plasma storm on the gate, and I shouldn't have done that. That was an idiot thing of me. But anyway, no, as I was saying, I never take these things quite so seriously. So when I say about, you know, good players and bad players, I don't mean that as in like, oh, this player's a noob or such and that, or I take the game way too serious or anything like some people do. But yeah, this team, it's definitely a good team that I'm with, and that And, you know, they're very well coordinated and they know what they're doing and such. Where some occasions you do get some teams that, or some players that have been on here quite longer, and sometimes they don't always coordinate their attacks. Sometimes they just shoot random targets and just go for any willy-nilly sort of thing, and it's like, yeah, you can tell that you're with players that either don't play it too well or just being truly noobish about it and such. But like I said, I wouldn't judge a player on how bad the player game, because like I say, someone could be fairly new, not know what they're doing and such like that. But if you know a player that has been on the game very long, then and they start doing very noobish things, then that's when you know that that's usually bad. That's usually bad on their part, probably. I mean, that's usually bad on their part, sorry. But like I said, I wouldn't go to the point of having a go at them or taking the game serious, because, you know, there's no point in doing that. Because the best way to get on with people is just to get on with them and just, you know, just be fine with it all and such like that. Because, I mean, look at me just there, I just done a noobish thing there, I used certain things in this gateway which I probably shouldn't have done, but, you know, I mean, I can be quite a noob on this game at times as well, but, you know, people haven't had any issues with me or anything like that yet. I mean, there's been in the past where I've had people going, oh, you do blah 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 and all that stuff, and I'm just like, shrug my shoulders and go, yeah, okay, whatever. Because, you know, people take the game too serious, or you just take it too serious, and, you know, that's when you know you just got to take a step back and just take a break. But anyway, yeah, this PvE match is nearly done. And I've got to say, my ships are not too bad, but it still needs a lot of work. Because, obviously, I've got to get some more bits and bobs to make the beams a lot more powerful and such. And I've got to also upgrade it as well, so that it's like maxed out to like Epic 15 and such like that. I don't want to be too close to that explosion, because otherwise it might take half my ship. I kind of expected that. There you go. Right, let's go on to another character. I'll go on to my main character. And there we go. Now, I do have a large collection of ships on here, in fact too much to be honest, and you can tell I do spend a lot of time in here, but I do make sure I take advantage of the freebies that this game gives, and believe it or not, this game gives a shitload of freebies really, because they literally give about 3 ships for free in a year, like one for the anniversary event, one for the summer event, and one for the winter event. And all you have to do is just do certain events and take parts in certain events, and you can get yourself free ships basically. And sometimes now and again they'll usually give you like free ships off the STO, or free ships, I mean not free ships, or free outfits or something like that. It all depends really, it depends on whether they are celebrating a certain event or a certain theme or something. So it all depends really. Let's see, what do I need to do with this one? Let's try that one. Let's close the chat. The ship I'm using is basically a VOF Dreadnought cruiser, basically, and I have got all three of the VOF ships, and basically the VOF vessels are basically my favourite vessels in the game. I just love the design of them and the bridge on them. This one isn't the most powerful ship on the game, but I basically just equipped it with you know, the weapons that you see here. I mean, like, I've got 2 torpedoes on the front, torpedo at the back, and mines at the back as well. And obviously I'm using the Gamma Task Force set, basically, I'm using on this. Yes, I'm sounding like a noob right now because I'm just trying to explain everything, and it's like losing my words and such like that. So again, I apologise for my noobishness. But I will get better in time.
DS9 to all Alliance ships. We are under attack by Mirror Universe forces. We request immediate assistance. Our defenses are nearly down. We need help to clear these ships.
You know what? I'm hoping that they have a Mirror Universe faction in this game. That'd be awesome to see, you know, like the Mirror Universe's side of things. I mean, sure, we've seen little bits and bobs of it, but it'd be nice to actually have a faction based around the Mirror Universe. Even if it's just only like for 5 missions at least. I need to set levels there. Ooh, got some lag there. Also, I apologise in advance. Actually, I should apologise beforehand. Actually, about my about the darkness on this screen and such. I'm not sure if it's anything to do with the game or something to do with my graphics card and such. I am actually still new to the recording on. Yeah, I'm still new to the whole recording business sort of thing, so I am learning the mechanics of it all and such like that. So it's going to take me a while to get used to that as well. But I'm not sure if this whole darkish or whatever is due to my graphics card or due to the fact that it's the actual game. But hopefully you are able to see what I'm recording and such. And we've got some major lag going on here.
Thank you. We were taken by them.
You know, I know that some players or some people who probably watch this video or will be watching this video will probably scream to me, why aren't you doing this, why aren't you using this, or why have you put this and that, you could do so much better, da 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 da. I agree with them on that one, but at the same time, you know, I have my own little ways of playing it, but it's, you know... Wait, did I close that? Oh no. Yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, basically just, yeah, I know that some people will probably say, you know, why aren't you using this, why aren't you using that? And I will say, I'll just basically play it to how I play it, really, basically. I mean, sure, I'm not playing it 100% accurate or anything like that, but, sorry, I'm just concentrating here, but, as I was saying, I know I'm not playing it 100% accurate and all that lot, but like I said, I'll just basically play it to how I usually play it and such like that. But yeah, if anybody can offer suggestions and such like on how to improve a bit more, then you know, I welcome those suggestions highly, you know. And let's see if I can. Oops, looks like my fires are gone. Either that or I'll let them behind. Oh, of course, yeah. Portal's closed itself. Oh, that's one portal down. Wait, no one else is closing portals with me? Okay, I guess I'm the only one. Oh wait, someone else is, I think. At least I think they are. Wait, why can't I not launch fires? Oh, it's because I got myself locked onto something, that's why. What a donut. Losing my head screwed on. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a bit late now. Stupid of me.
They're breaking off. We have them on the...
Like I said, even I do noobish things on this game, so... yeah. And I do a lot of things that often kind of contradicts myself.
Surrender to the Terran Empire!
No, I won't surrender, bitch. Oh, why did I stop? Fuck's sake. Wait, that's not where I want to go. Idiot.
Lower your defenses.
Wait, yeah.
And surrender!
Oh, slow down, you son of a bitch. I am really doing poor today. No, bitch. I don't think merciful. I don't think putting one in an agonising booth is very merciful. And if anybody wants to know what an agoniser booth is, it's basically a booth that the Terran Empire has for putting people in that they basically punish for either disobedience or even for just random things like questioning their authority or something like that. Or sometimes out of pure pleasure. The Terran Empire is quite... I swear the Terran Empire has a fetish for that thing. Pain.
conquered everyone else in our reality. The Emperor. Crush.
Note to oneself, don't go too fast. Damn, the lag tonight is pretty bad. Either it's my internet or it's the actual game, or it could be due to the fact that... No, it's not my recording software, so that's fine. So I was just checking on it just there. The only trouble with Dreadnought type ships, they can be rather slow. Not as slow compared to some Dreadnought ships, or some Dreadnought carriers, should I say. Because sometimes some of them can be quite slow, but... However, I have seen people, crazily enough, made their carriers go, or even their Dreadnoughts go extremely fast. And it is at crazy speeds, and I'm like, wow, how the hell do they do that? But, you know, something I'm learning. And yes, I played this game since 2013 and I'm still learning. I was going to say, why am I not shooting? I will say that I'm no way a pro at this game or anything like that. I mean, sure, I know what I'm doing on this game and such like that, but I'm no way as a pro compared to most of the veterans on this game and such like that. Ooh, scary. I mean, yeah, I just shut my pants while you said that, lady. What are you going to do? Put me in an agonizer booth? Please do. Oh, I love that so very much. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Pain sounds absolutely terrible. No shit, Sherlock, I know that. Why the fuck did I do that? Idiot.
We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Yeah, sometimes the characters do tend to be quite repetitive in some of their commons and species, but that's how it is really. Not that I'm complaining or anything like that.
We're reading an energy surge.
Our reinforcements will put you in your place.
Flashy lights. Followed by explosions and such. Oh, bugger. I'm actually quite amazed that I haven't actually died yet. Because usually, no matter what ship I am or play as, I'm pretty much prone to getting blown up.
You haven't seen the last of me!
Terok Nor has been sent back to the mirror universe.
Right, that's that one done. What I'll do one more ore, and then what I'll do is I'll call it a day. Let's see, which one? Would you like to see more Borg, or would you prefer to see something else? You know what, sorry, I'll go for the Kitamo Vortex, and I'm not too sure whether I should do that one. No, I've got the marks of those. That one. And yes, I'm hanging around the planet Nimbus, Earth on the actual game. I hang around here most of the time just to avoid the politic talks from the Earth space dock, basically. Not that I got a complaint against it or anything like that, it's just that when you see a lot of walls text about you know, the political stuff that goes on and such, and you start to think to yourself, yeah, I don't want to get involved in that stuff, so I tend to keep myself out of the political stuff. Of course, they're either talking about actually I won't even say what they're talking about, because it probably just bored the heck out of you guys as well. I'm not saying that their talks are boring or anything like that, because a lot of the players on here are pretty good talkers, and they are actually pretty good players as well. In fact, most of the community is quite A-OK. I mean, obviously you do get some bad ones here, you do get the odd trolls here and there, but hey, name one game that you don't get trolls on, eh? Ooh, someone's pretty in pink. And they're gone. Ooh. I definitely want to get myself one of those ships to add to my collection. Yeah, like I said, I've got a bit of a ship collection. I mean, seriously, take your pick. There's a whole list here, and that's only just for one character. Yeah, I'm switching over to my freaky Voth science vessel, and I call it a freaky vessel because not because it's bad, freaky, or anything like that. It's just sometimes it can actually, when I say freaky, sometimes it can be freaky as in sometimes it can produce a good amount of DPS, or sometimes it could be like a tank. So it could be like a mixture of things, and sometimes it could be like an escort at the same time. So sometimes, so basically what I'm trying to say is kind of like got like a bit of mixture of science, tech, and engineering into one. But then again, Voth science vessels are probably, or most likely built to be equivalent to the escort types and such, but not to be as fast as them. Of course, you can correct me on that one if you want, because I'm not 100% on that one.
The invasion of Kronos has begun, but we will not fall.
Ooh. So somebody's got a nice big ship there. Even though I've got that ship myself, but you know, I always find it still pretty to look at and that. Although I will say that is one of the most slowest ships in the game. Well, no, actually I tell a lie, there is another ship slower than that. But even though that it may be slow, but it's still a good ship to have. And I will say, out of the Temple heavy dreadnoughts, I would definitely say the Romulan one is definitely my favourite one. Right, let's go and kick some Herald butts. I hate you A&P probes. I think I probably took the wrong ship into this area, but oh well. Hey, isn't anybody helping me? Are you joking me? They're gone for the middle one? Oh well, can't complain. Like I said, I'm not one for taking this game serious or anything like that. Obviously you heard me say, are you joking me, obviously, but that's not me. Well, it's kind of like a complaint, but it's not. Because, you know, I'm not one for nagging at players to, you know, play the game correctly or anything like that. I mean, each to their own, each one can play it how they want, really. Although, I could do with a little help, I suppose, but, yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Actually, speaking of help, I think I could use that shield right about now.
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
Bright light! My inner Mogwai does not like bright light. Explosions. Yeah, next time when I go and do this sort of level, I think it's best that I take one of my more heavier ships than This one.
The troop transports have entered
This one is more best to
and
deal
will
with
start landing
the
soon.
Borg and stuff. Where the other one that you saw me use before is more equipped to deal with heralds and Folians.
Shipyard troop transports
And I
are
will
making
say
their run to the
Folians can be a pain in the backside to deal with, because I know that some people find them quite easy to deal with, but for me I find the Folians the most hardest to actually shoot down, because sometimes no matter what weapons I use on them, they tend to be hard as anything, and it's like, youch. But the worst thing is their web technology, because they always keep getting me in that. Luckily I can shoot myself out of it, but it's like when they put this like the, you know, their web when they start using their web cannons and such like that, that's when it sometimes can be a pain in the backside. Not too much, but you know, sometimes.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Wait. Oh, okay. No, I didn't realise I had 2 players over here. I mean, I knew there was one, but I didn't realise the other one. So should I go on to the other side, or no? Yeah, there's 2 big ships over here, so I suppose I should go on the other side actually to round up the. Yeah. Good thing about the ship, it can take the hits of radiation like anything really. Oh, I'll do that. I definitely will say the best ship for me to use on this game is on another of my characters, is the Kelvin Intel carrier, the Romulan based one. Reason being because the fighter support actually really hits well at the Herald raiders and such. But it also helps when it comes to dealing with the Herald Dreadnought that comes about later on in this game. I'll say in about 3 minutes time.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Why am I not shooting? Idiot me. And why isn't anybody... Okay, I better close that then. I thought the other one was... Well, I wasn't meant to close that one. I was meant to close the radiation. Yeah, radiation gateway. Again, English is fun. Don't judge me.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
I know. Like I said before, sometimes the characters can repeat their lines quite a lot often, but that's how the game is really. But like I said, it's a minor little thing really, not a complaint or anything like that, because I've been playing this game for, as I said, about 6 years, and yeah, it really has been quite a good game to play. You know, I mean, especially for a freebie game, and for a freebie game, it does give you a lot for free. I mean, usually most games don't give, especially free-to-play games, don't give the amount of stuff that this game gives for free. Usually you have to be a lifetime subscriber, or you have to, you know, pay to win most of the time. Alright, granted, this game does have a pay to win scheme, but at the same time you can work your way around it basically. And that's the thing I love about this game, and that's what also draws me to the game. But also what draws me mostly to the game, it's basically Star Trek basically, and obviously I've watched the show since young, and I blame my dad for that one. He got me into the original ones, and yeah, it just all started off there. Obviously I'm not a hardcore fan, obviously I'm not like one to collect all the memorabilia and such like that, but I would definitely, you know, get like the Blu-rays of the show, or you know, definitely would watch the show and such like that, because obviously I like the show and that.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
I would definitely say that my favourite of the Star Trek shows is between Star Trek Next Generation and
A herald driven.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine, as those two are my favourites basically. But if anybody was to ask me what my favourite Star Trek movie would be, I would simply say Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. And I know that's probably most people's favourites out of the Star Trek thing, because a lot of people say that one's the best one and such. And I agree, it is. Yeah, the only trouble with this Dreadnought, it does tend to disappear and reappear itself again, but you know, it can be easily taken down in that. And obviously, if you've got the right players that has the right amount of DPS, or you know, and such. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, if you've got the right players on board and that, then you know, you're guaranteed to take it down a lot more quicker. I mean, obviously I've got the right players and such like that. But there have been times where I have had a few players where they sort of like not well coordinated or something like that, and sometimes this one has taken a lot longer than what it should. But you know, like I said, I won't complain about it. It's just one of those things, really. Wait, he blew up? No, he didn't. That guy did, though. Sweet. Yeah, I've got to say that was a good run, actually.
Our troops have landed. We will fight for Kronos, thanks to your assistance. Kapla!
Kapla! Anyway, with that all done, I guess I could say I can call this recording a night or so, and I look forward to doing the next recording again. And if you feel like it, you can. And if you feel like it, you can either subscribe to watch the next episodes and that, and I can guarantee you as time goes on I will be a lot more better at talking. It's just this is my first video and I'm kind of like a bit, I guess the word would be a bit shy, I guess. So no, lacking confidence, that's the one I'm talking, that's the word I was looking for. So it's going to take me a while to get my confidence up in this sort of thing, but I can guarantee you once I get the hang of it and all, and also plus I do need to get a better mic because I sound a bit more I'm not sure if I sound muffled on this mic because I'm looking for a headset at the moment. But once I get myself a mic, a better mic and such like that, things should improve and such like that. But as I continue on doing the recordings, obviously the way I talk and such like that will improve and such like that. And hopefully, you know, when you watch more of them, they will, you know, become even better. Of course, not all of my games will be like based on Star Trek Online or anything like that. Some of them could be based on other games that I like playing and such like that. But anyway, till the next time, you'll take care of yourself and peace out. Now, how do you stop this thing?